So, we got a new one for y'all today. Now, this is 50 trivia questions of NFL, basically from the beginning of time, probably, because some of these questions I can already tell is from like the 1920s, 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s. All I can say is it's before my generation. So I definitely am not a history buff. You know, I know quite a bit of things as far as sports history, but not above and beyond when it first started. So I'm gonna see how I do, but I can just tell y'all offhand, it's gonna be a tough one for me to answer these questions. I can already see it, but yeah, without further ado, y'all, we're gonna get right into it. Let's see how I do.
Hit up the comments section after you're done and tell everybody how many you got right. It's NFL Trivia. Let's go.
Let's go.
Name the only team that does not have a logo on both sides of its helmet.
Name the only NFL team that doesn't not have a logo on both sides of its helmet. I want to say Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns.
They decided, you know what? Let's just keep the logo on the one side of the helmet.
It's the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course.
Really?
They weren't sure.
Oh. Yeah, Browns don't have no logo. So Steelers only have one. I never would have gotten that.
If they were going to like it originally, so they put it on the right side only. What team are you looking at?
It was very hard for people to make out what.
That's the Patriots, right? It's either the Patriots or yeah. That's the Patriots.
What it was. It was just sort of amorphous lump.
Those are the helmets the Boston Patriots wore in 1960, New England's first year in the AFL, before moving on to Patriot Pat snapping the football.
Okay.
What is the name of this old Cleveland logo?
It's like an elf, the little
Cleveland Browns? What is the name of this old Cleveland logo?
pointed cap and a really fierce scowl on its face.
His name is Brownie. He was the man before they switched to their plain orange helmet to represent the team in 1970. Which team once used this as their official team logo? The San Francisco 49ers used the Drunken Miner logo from 1946 to 1967 when they finally made the move to their current oval logo. What is the Saints logo called? Saint Flower, Fleur de Lis, Fleur de Sol, or Fleur de France?
Fleur de France?
Fleur de Lis, it is French, and it means flower or lily, and it's a key symbol throughout New Orleans. Which is not a nickname of the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Jerry's World, the Death Star, the Malice in Dallas, or Jurassic Park?
I'll go with Jurassic Park. That's my favorite movie. I'll go over there where I live.
Try the Palace in Dallas, not Malice in Dallas. It also gets called Cowboys Cathedral.
Cowboys Cathedral.
Name one of the two stadiums that two different teams call home.
MetLife. MetLife Stadium.
MetLife is home to the Jets and the Giants. SoFi Stadium in California houses the Rams and Chargers. What stadium has the smallest capacity as of 2025? The Commanders Northwest Stadium, the Cardinals State Farm, Bears Soldier Field, or Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium?
Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium.
Soldier Field only holds 61,500 people. By comparison, MetLife holds the most at 82,500.
Yeah,
Name one of the other two stadiums other than Soldier Field not named after a company.
Love you, White. Yeah. Love you, Grandma. Yeah. Love all y'all.
There's Soldier Field, Green Bay's Lambeau Field, and Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium. What team played in a now demolished stadium that once had a judge and temporary jail cell located inside it?
I don't know.
Eagles Court started in 1998 in the Vet, prompted by a Monday Night Football game the year before that featured dozens of fights. The Vet was demolished in 2004. How many MVP awards did Peyton Manning win? 3?
3, 4, 5, or 6. I say 4.
4, 5, or 6?
I know it's an individual award, but I truly
4.
accept it as a team award.
The answer is 5, the most of any player in NFL history. The Chicago Bears and Pittsburgh Steelers both finished with the worst record in 1969. Who ended up picking first, and who did they take?
He's looking for Jefferson over the middle, and that's where he's throwing. It's picked up by linebacker Ralph Heck.
The Steelers won a coin flip and took Terry Bradshaw with the #1 pick. Seems to have worked out. Bruce Smith is the career NFL sack leader with an even 200. As of 2025, which active player had the most sacks? TJ Watt, Cameron Jordan, Calais Campbell, or Von Miller?
TJ Watt.
You still my hero now.
Those 4 are the active leaders, but Von Miller leads the way with 129.5 career sacks. What round did Brock Purdy get drafted in?
6th.
Mr. Relevant was taken in the 7th round with pick number 262, the last in the draft.
With the 262nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Brock Purdy.
Currently, there are 7 rounds in the draft, the fewest ever. How many rounds did they draft at its peak from 1943 to 1948? 30, 20, 32, or 25?
It's time to get the show started. Are you ready?
20.
Try 32. You want to talk epic draft slides? Imagine slipping to the 32nd round. What is this play known as?
Oh, look at this run. What a run.
The Marshawn Lynch Beast Mode play.
Marshawn Lynch's epic run is known as Beastquake, as the eruption from the fans actually was felt by a nearby seismograph. What do Bears fans call their defenses when they're playing well?
As rough and tough as they come, striking fear in the hearts of opponents.
They are the Monsters of the Midway, a moniker originally belonging to the University of Chicago Maroons football team. What was Dallas Cowboy legend Edward Jones's nickname? Ed Too Tall Jones was a 6'9" defensive end for the Cowboys' doomsday defenses. Got the nickname because he couldn't find practice pants that fit. A teammate said it's because he was too tall to play football. If you were cheering for the Dome Patrol in the late 80s and early 90s, which team were you rooting for?
Forget it, Giants, you're done. Hang it up, Giants.
The New Orleans Saints, whose linebacking core was made up of Ricky Jackson, Sam Mills, Vaughn Johnson, and Pat Swilling. Cincinnati Bengals running back Ickey Woods made the Ickey Shuffle famous in 1988 as the team made the Super Bowl. What was Ickey's actual first name?
I remember that.
Jim, Albert, Tiger, or Edgar?
Tiger.
But when I scored, I did the dance.
Tiger.
And it kind of like took off like wildfire.
Albert Woods earned the Ickey nickname from his little brother, who couldn't pronounce his
failing
name
miserably,
properly as a
I don't
toddler.
know.
How many NFL teams play in Florida?
Let's go! Let's go!
Miami, Jacksonville.
Big ass back flip.
3. Jacksonville, Miami, and Tampa Bay. Who leads the NFL in career receiving yards?
To all my fantasy owners out there, I'm sorry, bro. But I'm back.
Jerry Rice with over 22,000, over 5,000 more than Larry Fitzgerald, who is in second. Which team has the most wins in NFL history? Cardinals, Packers, Bears, or Giants?
Packers.
Keep working, keep getting better. Take it one day at a time. Let's go. Pack on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Green Bay has won 810 games as of 2024. The Bears in second with 798. Texans with the fewest among active franchises with 162. Which team led the NFL in wins from 2000 to 2009?
Patriots.
That would be the Indianapolis Colts. They won 10-plus games in 9 of 10 seasons in that span. How many NFL teams' mascot is a bird? 4, 5, 6, or 7?
6.
Philadelphia, Arizona, Atlanta, Baltimore, Seattle. That's 5. Up next, 5 famous quotes. Name the player or coaches behind them.
I think we got a heck of a shot of winning. We beat anybody in the world, and I think we're going to win next Sunday. I know we're going to win. I have that attitude. I feel that way, and it's not overconfidence thing. It's football, Sam.
That was Joe Namath with his guarantee heard round the world ahead of Super Bowl III, which the Jets indeed did win.
You know, the great thing about being a football player is you don't have to take a shower to go to work. Triple pump. I mean, when you get that close and they're supposed to make it, you give it triple pump, pump, pump.
John Madden
is synonymous with video games, the Raiders, and some of the best one-liners the booth has ever heard.
Got every Madden video game right now.
They call me the freak, man. Why they call you the freak? Because I'm a freak of nature.
That's Randy Moss, of course, who drew all sorts of attention for his amazing grabs, quotes, and celebrations. Name the announcer who was horrified by Moss's fake mooning.
Even really being able to run as he shoots the moon to the fans here in Green Bay.
That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss, and it's unfortunate that we had that on our air live. That is disgusting by Randy Moss.
That would be Joe Buck, who admitted later he might have slightly overreacted.
Yeah, you did.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
I know who it is. I forget his face.
Hello?
I forget his face.
You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
I forget his face.
That's Herm Edwards, head coach of the Jets in 2002 after they started 2-5.
I knew when I saw
Can you tell who the next 5 players are?
He barely scratched the surface of his ability, given how late in life he picked up the game.
Breaking free down the sideline is
Devontae Adams.
Puts it back to the inside.
I didn't recognize him without the
He's really good in
dreads.
He's physical. We all know what he can do after he catches the ball.
Down the field he goes.
Rashid Rice
for the touchdown.
Don't know him without his helmet.
33 forced fumbles in his career. He's the second fastest player to 100 sacks in NFL history.
The ground. It's Robinson who gets blown up by T.J. Watt. As good as anybody in the game.
I mean, just hearing all of the good things about him, seeing the good things that he's been doing for Detroit.
Leads to Hawkinson, and he is in for the touchdown.
I know.
Special competitor, great person, great father, and so there are a lot of layers when you're talking about a player of his caliber.
Jalen Ramsey. Yeah.
It is broken up, incomplete.
I saw it. I said that for last minute.
How many Super Bowls have gone to overtime?
3.
74 yards for
2.
2. New England rallying to beat the Falcons in Super Bowl 51. The Chiefs beating the 49ers in Super Bowl 58. What Super Bowl did David Tyree make the helmet catch in? 40, 41, 42, or 44?
Oh my God.
42.
This ball's thrown and Tyree just goes up for it like a basketball.
The miraculous catch happened in Super Bowl 42, which cost the Patriots a perfect season. The Bills famously made 4 straight Super Bowls and lost them all. What other team is 0-4 in the big game?
A 47-yard field goal that would have won the Super Bowl.
That would be the Minnesota Vikings. Head coach Bud Grant lost all 4 too. Super Bowl 4, 8, 9, and 11. Quarterbacks have won the most Super Bowl MVPs. What position has won the next most?
Can you say MVP?
Wide receiver?
The wideout position has taken the award 9 times as a 2024. Running backs trail by 2 with 7. Quarterbacks lead with 34.
That's pretty
impressive. What position on defense has won the most Super Bowl MVPs? Defensive end, safety, linebacker, or cornerback?
Safety.
We're running up Super Bowl.
Linebackers have won the award 4 times, defensive end 2, safety twice, cornerback once, defensive tackle once. What song do the Steelers traditionally play at home games every third quarter? Crazy
Black and
Train,
Yellow.
Hell's Bells, Renegade, or Black and Yellow?
Black and Yellow, Black
Perfect
and Yellow.
song for Pittsburgh. It's classic rock. It's what our crowd embodies.
All 4 songs get play at Steelers games, but Renegade by Styx is the song
I don't even
Terrible
know that song.
Towlers all sing along to in the third quarter of home games.
I don't know that song.
What John Denver song have German fans been breaking out singing at international games the last few years?
All right. That's Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond.
Fans at the first game in Germany in 2022 sang along to Take Me Home Country Roads, which is a tune they have embraced for years. What was the following theme song for?
They're not even talking about football now. Like, this is not even football no more.
That is the iconic Monday Night Football jingle used for the very first time in 1970
Yes, the New
for the
York
game
Jets
between
and
the
Cleveland
Jets and
Browns.
Browns.
That's
Don
when they first
Meredith,
came up
one of
with
Monday
it?
Night
Wow.
Football's original broadcasters, used to sing "Turn Out the Lights, the Party is Over" when a game was out of hand. Name the famous artist behind that song. Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, or Kenny Rogers?
Merle Haggard.
Dandy Don leaned into Willie Nelson's old tune, and when Willie re-recorded the song in 1982, he even referenced
won his
Meredith
first
and
Oscar,
Monday
right?
Night Football for helping
Yeah, I
keep
think
the
he
song
did.
popular. What is the name of the robot football mascot that Fox uses in its open? Cleats, Cletus, Robo-Baller, or Steely Ram?
Cletus. Cletus.
Welcomes you.
His name is Cletus.
I knew
The
that
idea
one.
came from a drawing of a hybrid
Yeah.
robotic football player / cowboy whipped up by a
I
Fox
always like to
designer's
see 'em.
8-year-old son. Which of these is not an actual former NFL franchise?
All right, let's see. If I could say the Wheeling Stooges, the Columbias, Panhandlers, the New York Yankees, which is these is not a former NFL franchise. It's simple. You got to go with the New York Yankees, right? B. They're a baseball team, not a football team. So B.
The Wheeling Stooges,
New York
the New
Yankees.
York Yankees, the Columbus Panhandles, or the Dayton Triangles?
Cleveland Browns, he wanted to form the New York Yankees of pro football.
The Wheeling Stooges were a team, but they were...
Are you kidding me? So are you telling me that the New York Yankees was once a football team? Really? I failed miserably on this quiz, y'all. I failed miserably.
were never in the NFL. Whose team motto is Who Day?
All right, so either the Bengals or the Saints. I'll say the Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals
Yeah.
fans love to chant Who Day, while
Who
New
Day.
Orleans Saints fans are the ones who go with Who Dat. Which team has employed the fewest head coaches since 1969?
All right. Patriots.
Damn it! Damn it!
Pittsburgh Steelers,
Oh.
who had Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and most recently Mike Tomlin. That's it. Which team has never had a quarterback throw for 4,000 plus yards or 30 TDs in a season?
Jets.
The Texans, the Browns,
Jets.
the Jets, or the Bears?
Hey, I've been eating that Whole Foods. I've been slimming down, man. Getting my wheels right.
Chicago has been in the league since the start of 1920. Eric Kramer threw for 3,800 plus yards and 29 TDs in 1995. He's their record holder. 4 players have scored 6 touchdowns in a game. Alvin Kamara, the most recent. Name one of the other 3 players to pull off that feat.
Tied for the most
most all time.
Chicago Cardinals' Ernie Nevers did it in 1929, Cleveland's Dub Jones did it in 1951, and Chicago's Gale Sayers did it in 1965. New England.
Wow. Yeah, that was a crazy one. I did not know much of any of that. So, yeah. They definitely got me on that one. Did not know any of that, y'all. That was a hard one. Man. They made it tough on me, guys. Alright, y'all. So we're gonna see if I could do another quiz. See if I could do better than what I did last vid. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see. I'll see if I can do better than what I've done previously. These questions are hard, man. I'm just looking at them like, this is crazy. But we're gonna check it out. We gonna see how I do on this one. And away we go. Alright.
Cleveland Patriots or Buffalo. Hit up the comments section after you're done and tell everybody how many you got right. It's NFL trivia. Let's go.
I got like 2
Which
right in the
player
last
has
one.
won the most Super Bowl MVPs? Terry Bradshaw, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana?
Alright, which player has won the most Super Bowl MVPs? Tom Brady. Let's be real. Come on, y'all. Tom Brady, greatest of all time.
Hannah.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. He's won 5 of them. Patrick Mahomes coming. He's at 3 as of 2025.
I don't know.
I think that's all he's
Who
gonna do.
said it? Name the coach in this clip.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
He was a coach of the Colts at the time. I think Peyton Manning was their quarterback when he said that. Peyton Manning had thrown like 5, maybe 6 interceptions in that game. And then that's when he came up with the infamous playoffs. I think it starts with a J, Joe Pryor, Joe something, I don't know. But I definitely know the game that he was talking about. Peyton Manning threw like 6 interceptions. And then he was like, that's the infamous playoffs. Playoffs? What are you talking about? Playoffs? Everybody plays that commercial to this day. It's everywhere. Nobody can like... And then they use it for when, you know, people try to go to the playoffs. Or they feel like teams that will miss the playoffs or something like that. And they still use this meme to this day. So it's a definitely big, biggest meme in the NFL. So, especially when it comes around playoff time. But I don't know. I forget his name. I think it starts, I want to say it starts with a J. And he was the coach of the Colts. And Peyton Manning had threw like 6 interceptions. And they got blown out by some team. So
I just hope we can win a game.
That would be Jim Mora in 2001
Jim.
following a loss to San Francisco. Forgotten, he was peeved over some kid named Peyton Manning throwing 4 INTs in that game alone.
It was horrible.
What city did the Ravens play in before they landed in Baltimore?
Cleveland.
1995.
I know that one.
Right across the football world.
Cleveland. Owner Art Modell moving the team in 1996.
Yeah.
Browns were shut down until 1999.
26 years season ticket holder. I'm going to cut my seat out. They're done.
What was the nickname of the Washington offensive line that won Super Bowl 17? Hog Mollies Inc., the Hogs, Big Pigs.
The Hogs. The Hogs.
It was the Hogs. It started when offensive
All
line
right, I'm
coach
doing pretty
Joe
good,
Bugle
y'all.
joked, "You guys are a bunch of hogs. Get out of the
Bunch
pen."
of oh, that's funny.
Which NFL player is nicknamed the Honey Badger?
Oh, Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu, I know that one. Tyrann Mathieu. The reason why I know that one is because, you know, honey badgers are my favorite animal, so. Yes, sir. Tyrann Mathieu, y'all.
Tyrann Mathieu, Tyreek Hill, or Aaron Donald?
A little easier than last.
Tyrann Mathieu
Yeah.
got the name in college, and it was in fact inspired by the viral YouTube video. His teammates said Tyrann might be small, but he's fearless, just like that little beast on YouTube. What name is given to the last player selected in the NFL draft?
What name is given to the last player selected in the NFL draft? That would be Mr. Irrelevant, which is Brock Purdy. Mr. Irrelevant.
And we've saved the best till last with the 262nd pick.
Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy, the reigning king of the Irrelevants. He signed a $200+ million contract in 2025. Seems pretty relevant now.
Good luck, Mr. Irrelevant.
What were the Kansas City Chiefs once known as? The Dallas Texans, the Cincinnati Celts, or the Hartford Blues?
That's an interesting one. I'm probably gonna say Cincinnati Celts.
The American Football League, from a dream to reality in just 1 year.
It was the Dallas Texans. They played 3 years there, won the AFL title in 1962, and moved to Kansas City in 1963.
Really?
Take that, Dallas.
Yep.
Only
60s.
one of these teams has held the #1 pick in the draft before. Which is it? The New England Patriots, the Denver Broncos, or the Baltimore Ravens?
Only one of these teams have held the #1 pick in the NFL draft. Which is it? New England Patriots.
And an
My
emotional
team.
moment, no doubt, being shared together on the stage.
The New England Patriots. The Denver Broncos' highest pick was second in 2011. They took Von Miller. The Ravens' highest pick ever, fourth, twice. They got Peter Boulware in 97 and Jonathan Ogden in 96.
Cool.
Which of these two teams are tied for the most #1 picks? The Bengals, the Rams, and the Colts.
The risk and
Okay, let's see. Which of these two teams are tied for the most #1 picks? I'll probably go with the Rams.
reward of choosing first overall.
The answer is B and C. The Colts and the Rams are tied for the most
All right,
#1
so I got
picks
half of
ever.
that. That's good.
Each has held the pick 7 times.
He's trying to trick us on that one, y'all.
Historic, maybe monumental.
Yeah.
Which of these players has the longest run in Super Bowl history? John Riggins, Marcus Allen, or Willie Parker?
Okay, Riggins had a very good run in the Super Bowl. I remember Marcus Allen had a very good run in the Super Bowl. I'd probably go with Parker. Yeah. Parker had probably the greatest run. Yeah, he had the longest run in the Super Bowl history. Although, if I could be completely honest with y'all, I'll give it to Harrison. Got that interception and went all the way back and scored a touchdown. That was pretty cool. But I will say longest run for a running back, it was Parker.
Willie Parker. He broke off a 75-yarder versus Seattle in the 2005 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Parker, 75 yards on that run, 93 total for the game.
They call him Fast
That was crazy.
Parker.
What is the one Super Bowl that was officially referred to without Roman numerals?
A 2.5.
What was the one Super Bowl officially referred to without any numerals? I don't know. Is it a current one or was it like back in the history books or something? I'm not sure.
Super Bowl 50, which saw the Broncos beat the Panthers, Peyton Manning riding off into the sunset. The Pete Rozelle Trophy is given to the winner of which of the following awards? Coach of the Year, Super Bowl MVP, or League MVP?
Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl MVP. They named it after the former commissioner starting in 1990.
I get a car.
What is this game known as?
Here he is bearing down on Brady. Calls the football.
The tuck rule. The tuck rule, so controversial. I think even Brady admitted that it was a fumble. But I'll tell you one thing. He wouldn't admit it at that time because that's what made this rule right here is the reason that started the Patriots dynasty and the reason why Tom Brady is the GOAT today. Because of this play right here. The most controversial play in NFL history.
The tuck rule game. It's the 2001 AFC divisional game between the Raiders and Patriots. Tom Brady later admitting it might have been a fumble.
What the hell is the tuck rule? What is that?
What is the highest score ever in an NFL game? 110, 113, or 108?
110, 113, 108. Now I'll say 110.
The answer is 113. 1966 Washington Redskins,
I
72-41 over the New York Giants.
Wow.
72, the most any team has ever scored in a single regular season game.
Wow. Today, the sky rained football.
What two teams have met each other the most number of times in the Super Bowl?
Dallas and okay, hold on. Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Steelers and the Cowboys. Super Bowl 10, 1975 season, Super Bowl 13, 1978 season, and Super Bowl 30, the 95 season. How many yards is an NFL field? 100, 120, or 117?
120.
Give me a measurement. Give me a measurement. I want a measurement. You've got inches here.
120, 100 yards of playable field, 10 yards per end zone. Which team currently plays in a stadium nicknamed the Jungle?
Welcome to the jungle. You know what it is. Welcome to the jungle. The jungle. Probably the Bengals. I'll probably say the Bengals. Welcome to the jungle.
The Bengals do. 3 fans in 1988 unfurled a banner with the jungle painted on it. Now before every kickoff, GNR's Welcome to the Jungle plays. What team was the first champion of the APFA, which is what the NFL was originally known as? The Akron Pros, the Decatur Staleys, or the Portsmouth Spartans?
I'll say the Decatur Staleys.
There
with new people, new teams, new coaches,
Whatever
new
that
players
is.
every year almost.
The Akron Pros. They didn't lose a game either, 8-0-3. Take that, 72 Dolphins. When were helmets made mandatory in the NFL? 1943, 1953, or 1960?
1943. 1943.
Although helmets were mandatory in 1943, leather helmets were still used into the early 50s by some players before plastic models took over completely.
I've heard players say, you're not a football player until you get some of your teeth knocked out. That's idiotic. You know, who wants your teeth knocked out?
What was the name of Canton's Ohio team? The Canton Bulldogs. They won the league title back-to-back years, going 21-0-3, so take that, Pros. Who was the first NFL team to win a regular season game in London? The New York Giants, Jacksonville Jaguars, or the New York Jets?
Now this time we had to travel a little bit further. We had to do all that.
The New York Giants beat the Dolphins in 2007, 13-10. What a first impression. That's 5 scores. So how was it different than the football they were used to seeing there?
Man, it's nasty out here, man.
How many NFL teams have hosted a Super Bowl in their own stadium?
How many teams have played a Super Bowl in their own stadium? I'll probably say 2. Which is the the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the LA Rams. Yeah. I think it's only 2. I think it's only them 2 that host a game in their own stadium, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the LA Rams, and I think they did it like back to back, if I'm not mistaken. I think Tampa Bay did it first, then LA came in right after and did it again. I think it was back to back, if I'm not mistaken, but I definitely know it's just 2. It's just 2.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the LA Rams.
Let's go.
Tampa Bay won it as the designated home team. The Rams won it at SoFi, but they technically were the away team.
I was saving up for the Super Bowl. You did it!
Who is the all-time...
So basically, what you gotta understand is, if you have a home Super Bowl, chances are, being though is 2-0, chances are you're gonna win automatically. 2-0.
Time leading rusher in NFL history.
The NFL's all-time rushing leader.
Long live the king.
Emmitt Smith. Did you know his first name wasn't supposed to have 2 T's in it? It was a hospital mistake.
Joe better man, you catch 22, and you still ain't caught him yet.
Which of these teams has lost the least number of Super Bowls? Denver Broncos, New England Patriots, or Buffalo Bills?
I say the Buffalo Bills.
One more disappointment that this team would have to endure and overcome.
Buffalo,
who's only lost 4. Denver and New England with 5 losses each. Who is the youngest Super Bowl winning quarterback in NFL history?
The youngest quarterback.
The youngest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl in NFL history. Big Ben. Big Ben Roethlisberger. I think he was like 23. Let's see.
Ever to win a Super Bowl championship. The game is over.
Ben Roethlisberger, 23 years old, 11 months when he beat Seattle in the bowl for the 2005 season. 4 teams have never played in a Super Bowl. The Jaguars, Texans, Browns, and who?
4 teams have never played in a Super Bowl. Jaguars, Texans, Browns. Did the Cardinals? Is it the Cardinals? Have the Cardinals played in the Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't think so.
The Detroit Lions, the Lions and Browns both at least hold NFL titles pre-Super Bowl era.
It's bull, man. It's the whole point of this day.
Which sprinter is the only man with an Olympic gold medal and a Super Bowl ring? Bob Hayes, Tyreek Hill, or Chad Ochocinco?
These are the eyes of the fastest man in shoulder pads. Fastest man in the world.
Bullet Bob won 2 gold medals in the 100 meters and the 4x100 relay, helped the Cowboys beat Miami in Super Bowl VI.
Hayes claims that every year he gets even
faster.
That's
incredible.
Who was the first overall pick in Houston Texans history?
This is a great day for Houston, and
I don't know.
I hope a great day for football.
David Carr, 2002. Carr wished he could have gone back to school. He got sacked 76 times that year, still an NFL record.
Are you ready for some football?
Which team is missing? The Baltimore Colts, San Francisco 49ers, and one other team joined the NFL together, coming over from the defunct All-American Football Conference in 1950. Which team was it?
Join you.
That's a good question. I don't know.
NFL in 1950, after dominating the old All-America Conference.
The Cleveland Browns. The 49ers went 3-9 that first year. The Colts 1-11. The Browns, they won the whole enchilada.
I think we would have played for a keg of beer, me in my case a chocolate milkshake.
Which was the 10th and final team to join the AFL in 1968.
These
It
are
was the
hard.
Cincinnati Bengals, who went 3-11 that first year. Cleveland's former head coach Paul Brown leading the way to get the franchise going after the Browns fired the legend a few years prior.
Law is kill or be killed.
Who is the missing member of the Los Angeles Rams' fearsome foursome defense? It was Lamar Lundy, Rosie Greer, Deacon Jones, and who? Merlin Olsen, Hall of Famer and actor. He was on The Little House on the Prairie and Father Murphy, to name a few.
And that's when we found out we had a problem because Merlin had no rhythm.
What 2 teams played in the Freezer Bowl? Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers, San Diego Chargers and Cincinnati Bengals, or the Miami Dolphins and New England Patriots?
I'd say it was the Cowboys and the Packers, which was known as the Freezer Bowl. Yep. Cowboys and Packers.
Has dropped to 9 below, with winds gusting at 35 miles
9
per
below
hour.
is crazy.
It was San Diego versus Cincinnati, 1981 AFC Championship. With wind chill, it was minus 59 degrees Fahrenheit, coldest game in history.
And frankly, folks, you've got to be crazy, nuts, to be out there today.
What year did the New York Jets and Cleveland Browns play the first Monday Night Football game?
Welcome to ABC's Monday Night Primetime National Football League television.
It was the 1960s?
Series.
1970. Cleveland won 31-21. Howard Cosell and Don Meredith called it. Cosell threw up during the game, on Meredith's boots no less. What 2 teams were playing when Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson performed at halftime?
They don't give us in on that one either, huh? That was the infamous exposure for Janet Jackson. Remembering that one. But, yeah, I forget. I don't know.
Super Bowl 38 featured the New England Patriots defeating the Carolina Panthers 32-29, 9/16ths of a second during Justin and Janet's performance, creating as much talk as the game itself.
Almost brings a tear to my eye.
Who played in the Mud Bowl in the 1977 playoffs? The Minnesota Vikings and Los Angeles Rams, or Denver versus Oakland?
For the all-pervasive downpour
Vikings and Rams.
could not have been more damaging.
Amazingly, the Vikings and Rams played in it, and it wasn't in Minnesota. Vikings won 14-7 at LA Memorial Coliseum.
The chemistry was simple enough. H2O doused the Rams' fire.
What team did the New York Giants play against in the Miracle at the Meadowlands game on November 19th, 1978?
With barely a minute to play, what happened
Eagles?
next would be a fragment in time.
Philadelphia Eagles. New York was up 17-12 with 30 seconds left, and Philadelphia had no timeouts left. QB Joe Pisarcik had fumbled a kneel the week before, so head coach John McVay called for a handoff that was fumbled on the exchange and returned for the game-winning TD by Herm Edwards.
Of all the narrow losses, the most memorable and painful occurred to Philadelphia.
What two teams played in the snowplow game in 1982?
In a scoreless tie in one of the most infamous moments
Buffalo.
in professional football.
The Dolphins and the Patriots in New England. Schaefer Stadium snowplow operator Mark Henderson cleared a spot on the snowy field specifically for New England kicker John Smith so he could boot a field goal to give the Patriots a 3-0 lead en route to winning the game by the same score.
I should have gone out and thrown myself in front of the snowplow.
What year were John Elway, Todd Blackledge, Jim Kelly, Tony Eason, Ken O'Brien, and Dan Marino all taken in the first round?
John Elway of Stanford, Todd Blackledge, Jim Kelly, Tony Eason.
It was the 1983 NFL Draft.
1983.
Elway, two-time Super Bowl winner, Hall of Fame. Marino, one Super Bowl loss, Hall of Fame. Kelly, 4 Super Bowl losses, Hall of Fame. Eason, a Super Bowl loss. O'Brien, 2 Pro Bowls. Blackledge considered the miss. What team's fans made famous the dog pound beginning in 1985, which still rocks today?
Cleveland Browns.
We named the whole defense the Dogs because we're out there on the field just having a good time.
The dog pound is made up of Cleveland Browns super fans. 2 cornerbacks were barking at each other at a training camp once, and fans started doing it back.
Browns fans not only identified with the Dogs, they reveled in them.
What was the only team to beat the 15-1 San Francisco 49ers in 1984?
Montana goes back. Montana firing.
Was it?
Down to the far side.
I don't know.
All the way down the sideline.
The Pittsburgh Steelers took down the Niners in Week 7. Only loss they took as they won the Super Bowl, lost 20-17 no less, giving up 10 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to lose it. What team did the Tennessee Titans defeat in the Music City Miracle game on January 8th, 2000?
It's a miracle! Tennessee!
Which team did the Tennessee Titans defeat in the Music City Miracle game on January 8th, 2000? Was it against Pittsburgh? Was it against the Buck? I don't know.
They beat the Buffalo Bills 22-16 with 16 seconds to play. Buffalo was up 16-15. They kicked it off. Tennessee pulled off one of the greatest trick plays anyone has ever seen.
The Music City Miracle, the greatest play in franchise history.
What head coach was fired after leading his team to a 14-2 record, the best in the NFL in 2006? Marty Schottenheimer, Tony Dungy, or Brian Billick? A power struggle between Marty and San Diego GM A.J. Smith led to Schottenheimer's departure.
The hell am I going to go back and talk to him again?
4 teams all won their division with a losing record. The 2022 Buccaneers, the 2020 Washington football team, the 2014 Carolina Panthers, and who else?
The Buccaneers again.
It was the 2010 Seattle Seahawks, which means they were the first to ever do it. Hey, that led to the Beastquake in their home playoff game. They lost to Chicago the next week, though.
No matter how many times they fell, they never once failed.
Who is the youngest player to take part in a Super Bowl? Jamal Lewis, Tom Brady, or Dan Marino?
Dan Marino.
Jamal Lewis, 21 years old. The year was 2000, 102 yards and a TD for the youngster in the Ravens' blowout of the Giants.
Yep,
Who was the first
that.
player to utter the words after a Super Bowl win, "I'm going to Disney World"?
Let's go to Disney World.
It was Phil Simms in